one lady in a salwar, in a pursuit to get hold of one of the corners of the air conditioning, missed the air conditioning and came down.
The system was so bad, the water was not enough, and it was totally a chaos.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on Verdict. Tonight, an inferno in the heart of Kolkata. Stuart Court in the city's busy Park Street. The top floors were on fire. Sadly, 6 people have died. Others managed to escape by holding on to air conditioners and clambering down to ladders which couldn't reach high enough. For those watching shocked on television, it brought back memories of the Carlton Towers fire in Bangalore just over a month ago, where again some people fell to their death because of lack of proper infrastructure. The question I'm asking tonight, are our cities equipped to deal with fire emergencies? I'll be joined by our bureau chiefs in Kolkata and Bangalore. I'll also be joined by a man who lost his son in the Bangalore fire and is now fighting to make sure that around India, fire awareness is raised in our cities. We'll also have eyewitnesses in Kolkata. But first, the big story from Kolkata. At least 6 people have been killed and several others injured in a fire in a 150-year-old building, Stephen Court, in the heart of the city. Over 100 firemen battled the Park Street inferno for over 4 hours. Rescue operations were hampered by lack of equipment, massive crowds and even traffic. Monideepa Banerjee reports.
An inferno in the heart of Kolkata. In this heritage building, Stephen Court on Park Street, home to 2 of the city's best-known restaurants, the iconic landmark Flurries and Peter Cat. The fire that may have started in a lift between the 5th and 6th floor soon spread upwards and sideways, forcing people out of windows onto narrow parapets and ledges as they waited to be rescued. Reports say one woman missed her step and fell 5 floors below.
But the intention of her was to get hold of one of the AC units, but she missed the AC units and she fell down.
The first 4 engines arrived at the spot soon after the fire started from the nearby Free School Street fire station, but could do little as they didn't have the equipment needed to tackle the fire. Valuable minutes were lost as the fire raged and people used step ladders, even ropes, to clamber to safety. Finally, 3 hydraulic ladders arrived to transport fire personnel to the higher floors, but the police say some of the delays were unavoidable. This is the 3rd major fire in Kolkata in less than 2 years, and as the 150-year-old building built by Kolkata's Armenian community went up in flames, it left behind many questions. Were fire safety norms callously ignored, and could precious lives have been saved? With Monideepa Banerjee in Kolkata, Kajori Sen for NDTV.
Are our cities equipped to deal with fire emergencies? We saw Bangalore just over a month ago, now Kolkata. SMS us India Space Yes or India Space No to 56388. You can also log on to ndtv.com or write to me at ndtv.com/Sonia. Well, let's go straight across to Monideepa Banerjee, who is currently at Park Street, just outside that building. Monideepa, what is the latest update on the fire? Is it completely under control? What do we know at the moment?
Well, I must tell you that the governor has just come in, so there is another round of a whole lot of officials surrounding him and talking to him, so it's a little difficult to get an absolute update of the moment. But last we spoke to the police commissioner, he said the fire had been surrounded, which essentially was the fireman's way of saying that it has been contained. There are 6 people, however, who are now confirmed dead. Some of them were charred inside the building, their bodies taken out. Some of them simply fell down, jumped to their death. And at least 20 people are still lying in various hospitals across the city. 40 people, we believe, were rescued. These are the figures being given by the Fire Services Department, firemen are still trying to battle the situation over here, going from room to room in that building in search of possible victims. Sonia, if I can just take you to these young men who tried to help. Zishan here actually climbed up the building to the 6th floor and helped save a man.
That's true. There was a lady who was shouting out at the back that my husband is upstairs. My husband is upstairs, and I think he spoke to him on the cell phone. And she was telling the firemen, but the firefighters, but they just didn't want to help her. So we grabbed a hammer. And me, my dad, and a couple other people, we ran up to the 6th floor, although we couldn't breathe. And she was just howling all the way, save him, save him. And on the 5th floor, I remember there was like a doctor's clinic or a dentist or some practice place where we were able to find torch because we couldn't see anything. Everything was pitch dark. And then we had to break the door open, hammer it down where the husband was almost unconscious. He couldn't breathe because of so much of smoke. And when we opened the gate, there was just smoke coming out. And we managed to bring him down and save him. And she was just crying. It was absolutely a horrific scene.
Tuba.com